Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Tropicana. This is AWA's All-Star Wrestling, and tonight we have got an amazing card for you, topped off by Hulk Hogan going one-on-one with Jerry the King Lawler, live from Atlantic City, New Jersey. All right, fans, we welcome all of you here on the Nation Network to the AWA. We get a look at the Shadow making his way to the ring. He's going to be going up against the man we haven't seen in several weeks, Stan the Lariat Hansen, and I don't in any way envy him right now. I'll tell you right now, this Stan Hansen, he's a real deal, and he's a dangerous man for anybody to be in the ring with. I for sure wouldn't want to have to go face-to-face with this big Texas hombre, and I don't like the odds of the Shadow. Well, I mean, Scheme, I agree with you completely. And you look at the look on the face of Stan Hansen, he's all business right now, I can tell you that. All right, we got to look at Hansen as he is set for action. Look at that right off the bat, big boot. You know, we should make the mention of the fact that the Shadow, one of the larger individuals in wrestling in general, and he's, look at him looking up at Stan Hansen right now like he has never seen before. Stan Hansen coming out with an absolute flurry of offense early on against the Shadow. And there you see he can even do a... He went for the lariat, he caught him, but didn't catch him well. I'll tell you right now, it looked like, to me, I would have to say the Shadow managed to duck out part of that lariat, and it's a pretty good thing he did, because otherwise it'd be over. We take a look at the boots. Look at the footwear right there, wearing the spurs into the ring. That should not be legal. I'm not sure how the referee's allowing him to get away with that, but he is. Hansen's got him up. He goes for the powerbomb. Look at this. Turns it inside out. And just like that, the Shadow has taken a little bit of the advantage away from Hansen, but that was short-lived as Hansen hammers away on the Shadow. Has him trapped against the ropes now, choking him out across the top rope. Well, this man is a lunatic. I don't mind telling you. He'll break the rules all night long. He has no problem with that whatsoever. Hansen's got him up, and what's he going to do with him this time? Drops him down across the turnbuckle. Going for it again. There's a power bomb. Hansen says no. Hansen said no. He didn't want him. He had him beat. I'll tell you, that's a mistake in my opinion. You've got to put a man away when you've got him beat like that, and Hansen clearly has his man beaten. Shadow's in all kinds of trouble right here, and we're going to see what Stan Hansen is waiting on as he continues to deliver more and more punishment. I think he had a problem with the fact Shadow doing perhaps a smart thing in rolling outside the ring. Sends him now into the steps here at ringside. I'll tell you, Stan Hansen, he is a maniac. He'll take the fight inside, outside. He'll take it down to the corner restroom. He doesn't care. Look at Hansen. That veteran knowledge right there as he timed it. He got back in the ring. As soon as the Shadow comes in the ring, attacked him, not giving him an opportunity to even collect his thoughts. Went for the boot. Nobody was home, and now look at this. The Shadow's got Hansen across the top rope and slingshots him back into the middle of the ring. Well, the Shadow has not been able to put two moves together, and that's been his big problem here. Hansen just caught up with that hot shot. Dropping him flute first across the top rope. Shadow once again manages to stall the offense, if only for a moment, of Stan Hansen. Now to the apron, and we'll see. Hansen says, I don't think so. That big Texas right hand. Continuing this absolute one-sided beatdown on the Shadow. You have to wonder what it is Stan Hansen is trying to accomplish at this point. He's had this match won for quite some time. Oh, there's that neck breaker, and he caught him with that one. To the ropes he goes. And now look at this hand. What the hell's he doing? Again, Hansen looks to go after the damage as he continues to just all-out break the rules. Choking his man across the top rope. Referee standing by. He might want to just step in and call this match over any moment now, because clearly there is nothing left. Hansen is exhausted, but it's not because he's been on the receiving end of anything. Shadow somehow managing to get a shoulder up, and I'm thinking that might be a mistake on his part. There's that neck breaker, and now Stan Hansen. Look at him firing back. Hansen is in control. Drives him head first into the mat. There is nothing stopping Hansen from ending this match at this point other than pride, perhaps, because I think he's got a problem. I think he's got a big problem right there. Overhand. Right to the forehead. Once again, he caught him with that neck breaker. Now Stan Hansen. Oh, there's that lariat from... Oh, he just tore his head off with it. Well, that's going to be all she wrote right there. Nobody gets up from the lariat. And Stan Hansen, that's pretty much what I think he is telling the Shadow right now. I think he had a problem with the fact that the first attempt at the lariat, the Shadow didn't go along with it, I suppose you could say. It's just a matter of that he had a crazy... Stan Hansen isn't done now. He's putting those boots... The big Texan is in there. The referee is helpless to do anything to stop him. Fans will be back with more All-Star Championship Wrestling right after these words. Wrestling fans, we are back, and now we see Sergeant Slaughter, the former AWA America's champion, making his way to the ring. One can only imagine what's on his mind right now.
You know, it's no secret. I should be paying attention to them foreign pukes that have invaded the AWA. But no, I have a bigger problem right now. I'm glad to see Greg Gagne and Jim Brunzell are going to step up to the plate. But why they picked the Canadian to fight with them, I don't understand. My problem right now is you, Hulk Hogan. You have something that belongs to Sergeant Slaughter. You've got the AWA America's Championship, and I am coming to take it back. This is my promotion, my country, and that is my title. It's only a matter of time, because the champ is a chump, and he won't defend it against me. But you can only run for so long, Hogan, and then I'm gonna get you. When you least expect it, maggot, you're gonna get taken out behind the boot camp, and old Sarge is gonna show you what it's all about.
All right, Sergeant Slaughter calling out Hulk Hogan, the AWA America's champion. Fans, welcome back. We're in Atlantic City, New Jersey with AWA All-Star Wrestling. As we see him coming to the ring, this is the one and only Jake the Milkman Milliman. Oh, Jake the Milkman Milliman, he's been around the parts here in the AWA for some time. Doesn't sport the greatest win-loss record, and I'm not sure how good his odds are going to go tonight. Well, I'll tell you, he's going to be getting his... Oh, wait a minute. Look at what's going on here. Superfly Jimmy Snuka wasting no time. Referee calls for the bell, and Milliman caught Snuka at the top rope. This is Look at this, they battle it out on the top rope, and now it's Snuka sending Milkman all the way down to the floor. Oh, and he caught him with that one off the top rope. Snuka wasting no time at all. This man is fit to be tied, no doubt about it, the Superfly. He is a maniac, no doubt. Very hard to control this man. Referee's going to have his work cut out for him. Well, we've seen 2 matches in a row with a couple of the toughest guys in the world to contain. Here's the Irish whip. Snuka back to the ropes, back out front he comes. The 2-man meet, and Snuka with those backhand chops doing their damage. Irish whip sends him to the rope. Leapfrog. Nice cross-body block right there by Snuka as he goes all the way up to the top rope. He's earned the name Superfly, and he's getting ready to earn it again right here. That flying fist. Looked like it caught the Milkman right in the chest. Oh, went for that cross-body. Nobody was home. And now Snuka reverses that. Big elbow drop right down again on the midsection of the Milkman. Snuka has him up. What's he going to do with him here? Oh, deposits him with a backbreaker. I think we know what's going to come next. At this point, it doesn't look good if you're Jake the Milkman Millerman, I'll tell you. Snuka all the way to the top rope. Can anyone? Oh, nobody home. Jake Millerman might have saved his life right there by getting out of the way of that one. And suddenly, Jake the Milkman Millerman coming up with some form of offense on the Superfly. Referee watching on closely here because I'll tell you, Jimmy Snuka, if he feels he's in trouble, he's a dangerous animal. And you know what happens when you've got a wounded animal. Milkman looks, here leans over, gets an arm on Snuka. It took everything he had in him just to get over to Snuka to try and get a pinfall. And now it is the Superfly, Jimmy Snuka, starting to come back to life. I don't think he's too happy with Jake Millerman, I'll tell you that right now. Double chop to the throat. The Milkman is in trouble. Snuka's got him up in the air. What's he going to do? Running power slam, and he deposits him. Well, we said earlier we didn't like the odds of the Milkman. I'm liking them even less now. Snuka follows him in. Monkey flip. Look at Millerman, lands on his feet. Yeah, but that didn't do much good to him. Big headbutt by Jimmy Snuka. Puts him down, and now Millerman is in trouble. The Superfly all the way to the top rope. He's got to go for it again. This time he caught it. Hooks the leg. It's all over. There is your winner, the Superfly, Jimmy Snuka. I'll tell you, fans, we look back on some of the moments of that one, and Jake the Milkman Millerman earning his paycheck tonight. Oh, wait just a minute. Superfly Jimmy Snuka, perhaps. This has been a theme tonight. Well, Snuka, I think right now just wants to make sure Millerman knows he got lucky that he escaped the first one. again, live from Atlantic City, New Jersey. This is the Tropicana Resort and Casino, and we are getting a look at the Diamond Exchange. Diamond Dallas Page, he cut loose Bad Company and replaced them with Buddy Rose, the Playboy Buddy Rose, and Doug Summers. Well, the pretty boy Doug Summers and the Playboy Buddy Rose. We've seen Buddy Rose in recent weeks, but this is our first opportunity to see the pretty boy and the two of them as a tag team especially. But Diamond Dallas Page feels confident that this is going to be the team that's going to bring him the tag team titles. Well, the only way that happens is if you go through the Legion of Doom, the Road Warriors, and I don't imagine that happening anytime soon. Certainly won't be easy. As Buddy Rose entering that ring, the man who claims to be a slim, trim 217 pounds. Give me a break. And here come their opponents, father and son, Larry the Axe Hennig, and his son, Curt Hennig. Curt Hennig quickly becoming a top contender for the AWA World Championship, currently held by Rick Martel, who we're going to be seeing in action later tonight in six-man action. Well, I'll tell you right now, Rick Martel, Curt Hennig match would be absolutely tremendous. We are still waiting to find out about Rick Martel's next title defense, and I can tell you one thing, wrestling fans, as we get ready to enter the month of December, the Christmas holiday season, I can let you know that there will be an AWA Supercard event coming up. Well, what we do know is the title will be defended. All of the titles will be defended at that event. That is all we're able to share with you at this time. But stay tuned, because next week we will have a lot of information on that big card of wrestling coming to the Chicago area. Curt Hennig now with a suplex on. Buddy Rose takes him down. Both of these teams would love nothing more than to get an opportunity at the Road Warriors and the tag team titles. Road Warriors now dedicating their full attention here to the AWA and the AWA Tag Team Championship. They were for quite a while having to maintain a double champion schedule, which included the NWA Tag Team titles. They have recently dropped those, and now they are focusing all of their attention right here in the AWA, which is bad news for teams like these two. Snapmare right there by Curt Hennig. Delivers a kick to the back of Playboy Buddy Rose. Tag is made. Here comes his father, Larry the Axe Hennig, in the ring. Larry the Axe Hennig, he is one tough, strong hombre and brings with him that patented axe attack. And when he hits you with that shot to the head, it's over. Playboy Buddy Rose now fighting his way back to his feet. Takes down Larry Hennig, and now he's going to make the tag. Here comes our first opportunity to see the pretty boy in action. Summers with an overhand right, but Larry Hennig catches him right off the bat, sends him into the turnbuckle. Larry the Axe Hennig, he is a strong individual. He is built thick and tough, no doubt about that, as he puts him back into the corner now. What's he going to do with him here? Drops him down across the top rope. Delivers that hot shot indeed, and now one more time the pretty boy into the corner. Now double team coming up, father and son going up against Doug Summers. There's the Irish whip. Double back body drop, got him way up into the lights with that one. Now you see Diamond Dallas Page distracting Curt Hennig, and there's the pretty boy Doug Summers taking advantage of that opportunity. Well, you can't really blame Doug Summers for doing that, because it is Curt Hennig's job to maintain his focus on the in-ring competition. He can't let people like Diamond Dallas Page outside the ring affect him like he just did, because it'll cost you a match. Right now, Hennig is out on the canvas, and he's in trouble. Nice back body drop right there by Curt Hennig, and he's turned the tables. See Buddy Rose try to reach in and make the tag. Doug Summers fighting his way back. He's got him here, belly to back suplex, and delivers it. I don't mind telling you, early on it was the Hennigs having their way with Rose and Summers, but now things seem to have changed drastically. I don't mind telling you. Tag is made here. Here's the double team. And now Hennig sent to the ropes, back out front, double hip toss, and man, they planted in the middle of the ring with that. Hennig tried to make a tag, and he does. Curt Hennig able to get up in the air and make that tag to his father. And now the Axe with a running single leg drop kick and a series of them. Rakes the back. Well, Larry the Axe Hennig not above bending and breaking the rules on his own. He's been on both sides of that equation. The Playboy making a smart move right there. Wait a minute. We've got a steel chair in the ring. Diamond Dallas Page just put a chair in the ring. We've got a lot of chicanery going on in this one. Russian leg sweep this time. Diamond Dallas Page, Playboy Buddy Rose, Doug Summers all getting involved. It isn't one-on-one in the ring. It is 3 against 1 every time. Meantime, that steel chair still lying right there near the referee, who's done nothing about it as of yet. Well, finally, he's going to get it out of the ring. That doesn't have any business being in there. Hennig going to work now on the head and the shoulders and the neck area of Pretty Boy Doug Summers. Drives him into the canvas, and Summers has to bail out. Well, he bailed out, but came right back in the ring. Maybe should have took a moment. We'll see. Textbook suplex right there by Doug Summers, and he has got Larry Hennig in trouble. Oh, back body drop all the way out to the floor. Diamond Dallas Page gets his man back up on his feet. And now we see the action out on the floor. Playboy Buddy Rose getting involved. Drives them into the steel guardrail. It's a 2-on-1 outside the ring. Referee allowing it to happen. Well, the referee is doing his job right now. He is counting both men out. And if something doesn't change quickly here, this could be. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What's going on here? Some confusion taking place right there. Doug Summers. Right now, Doug Summers has the control, and he's going for the abdominal stretch. Look at this. Trying to see if he can get Larry, the Axe Hennig, to submit. I don't think that's going to happen. Larry Hennig able to work on the thigh, took away the leverage from that one. And now look at this. Diamond Dallas Page one more time, distracting a member of the Hennig family. Goes for the cover, but you're not going to get Larry Hennig like that. Russian leg sweep right there. Nicely done by the Pretty Boy. And now Doug Summers sizing him up. Up in the air, he's got him. Brain buster. All the blood flowing down the face of Larry Hennig. 2 and 3. It's over. just like that, it is over. Kurt Hennig and Larry Hennig had a good start to the match, but once that tide turned, they were never able to get that thing back in their favor. Momentum stayed with the Diamond Exchange. Well, there are those that would say Diamond Dallas Page traded up by relinquishing control over a bad company and taking on the team of Rose and Summers. And now we see, following a devastating brainbuster, a tremendous win for the Diamond Exchange. And perhaps, maybe they are the team that can give the Road Warriors a run for their money and for those tag team titles. Well, that's a big win, no two ways about it. I'm going to be looking forward to seeing what happens. Fans, stay with us. We've got more AWA All-Star Wrestling coming your way. All right, fans, it is our co-feature event of the evening. We are going to see six-man tag team wrestling action now. Making their way to the ring at this time, they are the Allied Powers. Noticeable by his absence right now is the one and only. You know what I'm talking about. Well, you know what? We don't see their fearless leader here tonight. And that's not a bad thing, because Baron von Raschke by himself is bad news. Boris Zukov, the former America's heavyweight champion, that's not getting anything better. You add Adnan LKC to the mix, and it's just out of control chaos. Well, these Allied Powers, they came together, they went to work and went to war, if you would, when Sergeant Slaughter managed to take the America's title from Sarge, and then Sarge, of course, upset that Hogan was able to get it back before he could. And that is what began their whole series of just absolute horrible feud that's been going on between Slaughter and Hogan. We get a look right now at Colonel De Beers making his way down the aisle towards the ring. Now, it should be noted he is no friend to anyone really here in the AWA, but as they say, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, and that is why he's involved in this match, I am sure. Well, it's no secret he wants a piece of Rick Martel any way he can get it, and tonight it'll be six-man tag team competition. You know this man would love to pin Rick Martel and make an argument that he should be getting a title shot. As we mentioned earlier, we've got a super card of wrestling coming up in the month of December. Next week we'll have details all about it. All right, here come 2/3 of the opposition. Jumping Jim Brunzell and Greg Gagne. They are otherwise known as the High Flyers. Well, you talk about the tag team scene here in the AWA, and I'll tell you right now, fans, it isn't any better anywhere else. Earlier tonight, we saw Larry Hennig and Kurt Hennig go up against Playboy Buddy Rose and Doug Summers. Now, we get a look at the High Flyers in action. We've got teams like the Midnight Rockers and, of course, the Road Warriors. It doesn't get any better than that. And you neglected to mention the Nasty Boys. Well, yeah, add those to the names to the mix as well. So, again, the tag team divisions here in the AWA, the best you'll find anywhere in the world. Well, speaking of anywhere in the world, there is the AWA World Heavyweight Champion, Rick Martel. The Canadian native, Rick Martel. These fans really getting behind him. With the champion schedule, you have to wonder how much that's taken out of him, however. He's been defending that title for quite some time now. All right, Bell Sounds action's underway. It's going to be Jumpin' Jim Brunzell going up against Baron Von Reschke to start things off. Oh, quick tag made right there. Look at this. Boris Zukov wasting no time tagging himself into the match. Action spills outside the ring quickly in this one. Zukov going to work on Jim Brunzell on the floor. Referee continues his count. Oh, Jumpin' Jim Brunzell's going to have to figure something out because he's also in the wrong part of town. There are two other enemies standing nearby as this referee's count continues to climb. Well, the 2K glitch is kicking in right now, and Jim Brunzell is going to repeatedly run him in. Oh, wait a minute. Brunzell's actually going to beat the count. Well, that was an exciting match right there, brought to you by the fine folks at 2K. Well, there are your winners by a count-out. The High Flyers and Rick Martel. So I guess the champion schedule doesn't take effect tonight as the champ had a night off. Wrestling fans, we're going to try and pick things up after the last one. Be hard to take a step backward. Making his entrance to the ring at this time, he is the one and only King of Wrestling, self-professed Jerry Lawler. Well, the King of Wrestling, Jerry Lawler, visiting us from Memphis, Tennessee, where he calls himself the King of Wrestling. Another man who's been laying claim to being worthy of the AWA World Championship. But he's going to have to get past his opponent here tonight, and that is a man who's already in contention. The incredible Hulk Hogan. I'll tell you, when he hits the ring, fans, it is going to be unbelievable. We want to take a moment to thank all of you great fans that are part of the Nation Network. Thanks to you, we have now achieved the gold standard when it comes to the community downloads, and we are up to 15 of the top characters that we have created this year. You can go to download them by finding us by going to hashtag #OneNation. That's the number 1 and the word nation, up to 15 now, and for that we thank all of you. Here he is, he's the America's Heavyweight Champion, Hulk Hogan. We heard Sergeant Slaughter earlier tonight saying he wants that title back and he's going to come after Hulk Hogan to get it. Well, a lot of people are going to try and take that title from Hulk Hogan. We'll see how many of them get turned away at the door, so to speak. Fans, we also invite you to join us on the PlayStation Network community page, the Humanoid Nation, the #1 community for old school wrestling fans. All right, the bell sounds. Action underway. These two men will lock up middle of the ring. Hogan just stunning Lawler with a big knee. Some forearm shivers, and Lawler backed up into the ropes, and now Hogan's got him. What's he doing here? Oh, he's grinding him out on that top rope. I think he might have been biting him. Duck underneath, and now Hogan comes up with a clothesline. This could be bad news for Lawler. Hogan follows Lawler into the turnbuckle with that clothesline to the back of the head, and now the King of Memphis is in trouble. Once again, catches him with that big clothesline, and now Lawler doesn't know what day of the week it is. Irish whip by the King, sending him in. Comes up for the drop kick, nobody home. Hogan now with the Irish whip, sends him all the way out to the floor. Hulk Hogan has got Jerry Lawler out here on the floor. Has him in an abdominal stretch. Lawler is tapping, but it won't count. It's outside the ring. Things going from bad to worse for the King of Wrestling here. The battle is real. Hogan goes up. Both men beat the count back in the ring. And now Lawler going to work on him. Jerry Lawler has him under the bottom rope, snaps the neck of Hulk Hogan. And now it's Jerry Lawler going up to the top rope. What's he got in mind? Waiting for Hogan to get back to his feet. Oh, he caught him with that missile drop kick. Goes for the cover, hooks the leg one, and that's all you're going to get. Lawler from behind. He's got that rear chin lock on him. Breaking the holster down as he takes oxygen away. Hogan now gets back to his feet with some big... Missed it right there. Lawler with a suplex, and now Hogan is in trouble. Duck underneath, comes up. There's the clothesline. Hogan sizes him up. He's got him up. Bear hug is on. Lawler's in trouble. He's tapped out. It's over. Lawler could not withstand the squeeze of the mighty pythons of Hulk Hogan. And the Incredible Hulk is victorious. We take a look back at some of the action in this one. There's that clothesline. Once again, Hogan doing a job. Went for the big foot right there, and Lawler missed it somehow. But Hogan once again set him up, and then there is the bear hug, and Lawler fought with all he had, but eventually he had to succumb to the pressure around the ribcage. Look at the arms of Hulk Hogan, and you understand why anyone in that position would have done the same thing. All right, fans, we want to thank you for joining us for the AWA this week. More news on the big supercard that will take place coming from Chicago in the month of December next week. And we invite all of you to follow all of the FWF Nation news on Twitter @Invasion Nation. Until next week, Mean Gene saying so long, everyone.